Ignite Esports presentation, Electronic Arts, Lance Craig, Corey Williams, Matthew Muto. Company history. EA was founded on May 27, 1982 under the name Amazing Software. Their founder was Trip Hopkins, who worked for Apple prior to their rise to Fortune 500 status. Their name was changed later in 1982 to their current title, Electronic Arts. History. This early era was mostly filled with the company slowly expanding and working on very small titles. This era would come to an end when Hawkins stepped down and was succeeded by Larry Props. Hawkins would remain with the company as chairman until 1994. During the time Props was CEO, they would purchase land in Redwood Shores, California to build a new headquarters. The purchase took place in 1995 and construction finished in 1998. This is still their location of their headquarters. They would change their logo around 2000 from the original shape logo to one based off their quickly growing series of EA Sports games logos. This logo has remained mostly unchanged besides colors. They would also make several purchases during this period that would become very important for their future. Purchase ventures led by Props. Purchased Mythic Entertainment in 2006, made multi-million-dollar donations to the University of Southern California. Most of their important deals of the time would come in 2005 and 2006. The era of Larry Props being CEO would come to an end in 2007 when he stepped down and his hand-picked successor John Ricoletto would take over. He had returned to the company after leaving and working for others like Sara Lee and PepsiCo. One of the first things Ricoletto changed was making game studios into city-states, giving them more autonomy and creative freedom. He had also announced that many of their titles would become Macintosh systems, which remain true for most titles to this day. This period is when they would release many of the games they are known for today, like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Battlefield. Much of Andrew Wilson's tenure has been met with both immense financial success and controversy. He acquired Respawn Entertainment in 2017, oversaw the closing of a deal for making Star Wars games, and launched their streaming services. History of Madden Football. Trip Hopkins met with John Madden in 1984 for his endorsements and expertise for a football game. It took 4 years for the first game to come out, wanting it to be realistic as possible. Most of the games were originally called John Madden Football, and the year followed. In 1994, they started to call the game Madden, following by the year. The year after, they changed again to Madden NFL, followed by the year. And the only year they didn't follow that trend was the 25th anniversary, Madden 25. Each year, EA Sports would upgrade the game as technology began to become more advanced. Comparison of the evolution of the game is in this image below. The history of FIFA sports. FIFA was first introduced in 1993. The only teams that were used were national teams, and there were no player names in the game. As the game evolved, EA Sports added a few upgrades. The second game introduced club teams and player names. As time went on, they advanced the graphics as far as technology would allow. And there's a comparison of the two. Games in esports. As of now, EA has 3 games that compete in esports, which are Apex Legends, FIFA 22, and Madden NFL 22. Controversial decisions. Several of their actions over the years led them to being ranked as one of the worst companies in America. Mass Effect 3 was one controversy due to its ending upsetting the fan base immensely. It later received the free DLC that gave it a better ending, but mixed reception from fans still. What really made EA named one of the worst companies in America was their acts of greed. EA created Madden Ultimate Team, which is very profitable. This has taken many forms of cosmetics, loot boxes, MTXs, vast amounts of DLC, etc. Conclusion. We learned EA has been around for longer than most realize, and they have a history that is both storied and rife with controversy. We also found it interesting just how varied their game library is.